Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Connor, here with my father,
Kevin.
And today we are covering a record that I felt was about time to cover this one. It was the beginning of the year of 2023. We went and listened to your first Paramore record.
Yes.
This Is Why.
Fantastic.
You enjoyed it?
I have been following
Haley
in the band a little bit too much, especially on Reels. I've been watching them do, like, of course they did the fucking killer version of Burning Down the House.
I became a fan in 2017 with this record that we're covering today.
Okay, you know this one.
Yeah, it's
okay.
the first one that I discovered from the band, and it was on my to-do list of albums to show you. Then they came out with the new record, so I was like, well, let's just do that. So we're going to be
which is
backwards.
For me phenomenal. I have to say I really, really love that album.
Yeah, I feel like that album and the one we're doing today kind of go hand in hand in a way. They kind of feel like brother sister albums.
Post-COVID, pre-COVID.
Yeah, maybe. Track number 1, Hard Times. You might know this. I don't think you would, but maybe. It's a pop. It's one of their more popular songs. I love that.
All that I want is to wake up fine. Tell me that I'm alright, that I ain't gonna die. Hard times, gonna make you wonder why you even try.
haven't. No.
Gonna take you down and laugh when you cry.
Wow, great lyrics, man.
You're not gonna get to rock bottom.
Love that.
You're gonna take you down and laugh when you cry. And I still don't know how I even survived. Hard times. Tell my friends I'm coming down. We'll kick it.
They are so tight.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Their mixing has just gotten tighter over the years. Like,
Yeah.
As you get,
It's crazy because this is so...
love that.
Yeah. Great shots on those, eh? Woo! What a way to open it.
Yeah.
What a fire track.
It is fun. So this album was just in constant rotation when it came out for me. Like I said, it was my introduction to Paramore, other than Decode.
Yeah.
That song, like, I remember listening to it the first time. I was walking around a lake, and I came across the record, so I put it on, and that song instantly kind of sold me. I was like,
Yeah.
I don't know this band, don't know anything about them,
Yeah.
but I absolutely loved the lyrics. I didn't need...
I was just going to say, did you get a grasp of the lyrics
I got
in
a
the
good
moment?
grasp of the lyrics in the moment.
Yeah.
But I was so just taken away with the soundscape that they kind of... It's so tight, but also... spacious at the same time.
Yeah. It's not it's not overly tight.
No, it's not overly produced or anything like that.
And I have to say this, I don't know if it's weird for me to say, but I actually feel a crush on her by her voice.
Yeah. I think that
It's the way
I think most people would say that.
Yeah, it's, you know how it doesn't. I've had that with men and anybody. Like, you just, it's the way someone sings. You just,
yeah. I wouldn't call it like a sexiness, but it's just like you feel this connection. Maybe a crush isn't the right word, but like this like deep connection to it.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, crush. We've talked about crush before, right? We were breaking it down on the difference between
It
crush.
might have been with your other son. I don't know.
Yeah. The other son from the mailman. No, I thought it was a great song and great lyrical topics.
Track number 2, Rose Colored Boy.
It's short, eh?
Hearts are breaking. The walls are raging on. Just let me cry a little bit longer. I ain't gonna smile if I don't want to. Rose-colored boy.
love the chorus.
Hey,
So catchy.
Yeah.
Really, all I've got is just to stay pissed off. If it's alright by you, hearts are breaking.
Got the guitar there.
Yeah. I love this.
Oh, the little
The
drum.
low key, my pressure. Like, woo! Fucking two hot tracks to start this album.
Yeah, that one I think has such a catchy chorus. It feels like a classic kind of pop chorus mixed in with a more unconventional kind of pop song, you know?
You're weirdly weird.
Thanks. That's I guess, is that a compliment?
That
I'm
fuck,
weirdly weird.
you literally extracted that from my fucking brain. I can't even say it now.
Well, you know what I mean, though.
I was just gonna say exact words like that.
The song, most of it was this unconventional pop song, but then the chorus felt very like, I guess traditional. Would that be the word?
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, just standard traditional. Yes,
But then everything else surrounding it was kind of more unique, and that's why it felt like a breath of fresh air when you get like that.
I'm gonna fucking.
chorus.
I'm actually getting up and leaving because that was.
That's what you were gonna say. I'm sorry.
As I was going through this song, I thought, okay, what am I going to talk about this song? Because that's how you do it when we do it. We're listening, and you go, oh, I got to remember.
Thoughts are coming up in your head.
You got. I
and,
remember. I got to remember this point.
I'm sorry for stealing your.
My point was exactly. I was going to say. You know what? It's. If it was all the way through a traditional and no knock, please, no knock, but a type of Kelly Clarkson. You know,
Yeah.
wish you were gone, right?
Yeah,
that
yeah.
kind of thing. It would be. It wouldn't work for me. But that was the traditional, and then the non.
I'm starting to feel like there's a little knock towards Kelly Clarkson because you've used her a couple times for examples of like, you know,
Kelly.
She's been brought up in a few videos. So
I
now
love Kelly.
Now I'm getting a little concerned. Like I think you need to clarify your stance on Kelly Clarkson.
I love Kelly, and she can sing, and she's a great person. There was a time where they were all written that way.
Yeah, with the
Yeah.
you know, verse, chorus, verse, bridge,
And then the big core, you know, that
Chorus,
type
yeah.
of
Yeah.
No disrespect, because
No,
I think she's.
I don't think you're disrespecting Kelly. I just think like maybe you should come up with a couple more examples.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, so you're not
Well,
just drilling Kelly Clarkson. Every,
I'm not. Don't say
Mom
that.
You know, hammering at Kelly
Don't-
Clarkson.
Don't
Okay,
say
sorry,
pounding.
I was going to say pounding.
Don't say pounding, Kelly Clarkson.
Back to your point, what you were going to say in this song was that it took that element, but combined it with
Some originality that
like
was
the
just
low key, no pressure part. and
Exactly,
stuff.
yeah.
Okay, we'll keep going. Track number 3, Told You So.
For all I know,
holy shit.
the best is over and the worst is yet to come. Is
Whoa.
it enough? I hate to say I told you so, but they love to say they told me
Cool.
so. I hate to say
That
I
guitar
told
work.
you so.
Yeah. Sounds like marimbas, eh?
Oh
yeah. I love that. What is
cool.
it? Oh, yeah. I'm gonna say it right now, man. I think I might be fucking this with more than.
This is why.
This is why.
I thought you would.
Holy shit! Yeah.
That's why I said it's a little more Kevin coded.
Woo! That was.
Yeah.
Oh, I hurt my shoulder again. Oh,
You fuck up your shoulder every video.
I gotta see a doctor about this. Don't do things with your left hand, please, people.
Use your right.
Use your right.
You know what I mean?
That was okay. That time signature on talking about non-poppy things happening.
Yeah.
We went into a samba-like, I don't know what I'm going to call it, that chorus.
Yeah.
With the drums was unreal.
Yeah, the band plays incredibly. I just, sorry, I'm losing my voice again.
okay.
I love her vocals. Speaking of vocals, there goes my voice. We have some
throat goat.
Some throat goat.
Every time you drink it, I'll do a goat sound, okay?
No, for anyone wondering, it is throat coat. You know what a throat goat is?
No, it sounds dirty.
Yeah,
It sounds like gooning?
No, it's just like the goat of like, you know.
Oh, the greatest of all time.
Of using your throat.
Greatest of all throats.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
if someone's like, fucking, do you know Cindy? She's the throat
Why'd
goat, man.
you use Cindy?
I don't know the first name that came to my
Oh,
head.
man.
I don't actually know any Cindys.
Okay.
So it's good that I used the word Cindy. If we have any Cindy viewers, I apologize for using your name. No, that's a compliment. Could be like
Depends how you take it.
how you take it.
That's
yeah.
That's what.
Throat
Okay,
goat.
let's get on to the next track.
You like the song?
I love the song. I thought it was beautiful.
No, I thought this album would be more catered towards your taste. I knew you liked This Is Why, but I was like thinking, I think you're gonna like this one more. So let's keep going.
Yeah.
Track number 4, Forgiveness. Something both you and I will need to ask after this episode.
Yes, especially to Cindy.
Sorry, Cindy.
Sorry, Cindy. Is this ballad time?
No,
Oh, no?
but there is ballads on here.
Okay.
You hurt me bad this time, no coming back. When you call,
See, this time signature of the way they're working together, which takes it away from that pop thing I was talking about.
I just can't do it yet.
You know what's funny?
love this
I hear a little bit of youth in her
Yeah, right?
in this song.
There's still a thread that runs from your body to mine, and you can't break what you don't see. An invisible line.
Beautiful line.
If I follow it down, will we just be alright? One forgiveness.
Love how it picks up the straight, eh?
Yeah, and the chorus, again, is kind of like relatively simplistic, but the rest of the song is...
It's changing,
Yeah.
It's got lots of changes.
Like, I think on this record, they reached the perfect kind
Balance?
of balance of,
Between the two, yeah. I love how the bass is over top of that beat.
Yeah.
We're going like this, eh?
We're riding over top of it.
Yeah, you're off your seat playing the drums on this one.
Yeah, like half standing
Yeah,
up a
yeah,
little bit.
exactly. Yeah, you got to be half off. That was freaking sweet. What a great... we're at track, what, 4?
4, yeah.
4 straight.
Yeah, I mean, the whole album is really great, and I knew you would like it. This song specifically, I'm a big fan of the lyrics that she wrote. It feels like the line between youthfulness and maturity. Like it's right crossing that line there.
Yeah.
Because the subject matter is very mature, but it still feels like something that you would learn just as you're maturing. You're just leaving your youth and you're starting to realize things, especially with the line like forgiving is not forgetting.
Yeah.
I love that line specifically. I feel like that's a line that I know people in my life that could use that line and take it as some advice.
Yeah.
Some people I know will like forgive someone for something bad that they did, after some time has passed, but then just pretend it never happened. And I don't think that, I don't know, I'm not, what do I know? But in my opinion, that's not how I operate.
I know somebody who forgets, right?
Mm-hmm.
and forgives, but then, and also just like forgives and then just completely forgets and then gets burnt later on. Yeah. So
that's why I really like that song lyrically. I feel like instrumentally it's great. It's not as intense and in your face as the other tracks. It's a little more laid back. Yeah. Which is a nice pace placement for the pacing of the album.
Yep. Throughout Forgiveness, Haley talks about forgiveness and redemption between her and her other band members. She also discusses troublesome moments with her partner at the time. According to an interview Williams did for Fader, the song was the first one finished for After Laughter and is about a difficult time in her relationship with now ex-partner Chad Gilbert.
It's like an oxymoron. Your name can't be Chad Gilbert because like Chad is like fucking, oh man, this guy's name's Chad. Like he's fucking cool. He's fucking got a sports car and fucking wears some sick
Isn't there
sunglasses.
something about that, Chad?
Well, yeah, he's a Chad.
Yeah,
Then if your last name's Gilbert, it just kind of like cancels that out.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Could have went with his middle name because it's Everett.
Yeah,
Chad.
that's cool. If you're fucking Chad Everett,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
dude, Chad Everett's coming to this party.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Holy shit, fucking Chav Everett. Sorry if there's any Gilberts or Cindys out there watching this video.
Yes, sorry. Sorry, Cindy.
And Gilbert.
And Gilbert.
Track number 5, Fake Happy.
I love making you believe what you get is what you see. Fake happy.
Interesting, eh? Wow, what a change up.
So I've been doing a good job of making them think
Great.
I'm quite alright, but I hope I don't blink. If I smile with my teeth, think I believe me. Oh, please, don't ask me how I've been. Don't make me play pretend. Oh, no. Oh, what's the use? Oh, please, I bet everybody here is fake happy too.
Misery loves company, eh?
Yeah.
I should've known when things were going good. That's when I get knocked down.
Fucking tight, guys. Let me rephrase that. The band is tight. Okay, starting out with that acoustic thing, I'm like, where are we going to go from here? Is the song
Yeah.
going to just is the beat going to drop, and then we'll stay with this acoustic lo-fi Haley Williams vocals there?
Yeah.
But that was a
Then it just
surprise and a half to go to
comes
that
in.
clarity.
Yeah, well, I told you I was going around the lake. I was running.
Yeah.
I should probably clarify. I was going for a run listening to this album. And when I got to this song, I was like,
Willingly, you weren't being chased.
no, I wasn't being
Just let's
chased.
clarify.
Yeah. I was going for a run around a lake. When I got to that song, I was getting close to
Slowing.
No, I was getting close to ready to like skip it. I was like,
Yeah.
because it's not really like I don't need a slow acoustic.
You need to have
I was
something.
like, yeah, I'll check this one out later. Let me just skip it. But thankfully, I didn't skip it, and then it just kind of comes in right
Boom.
after that.
Yeah.
That acoustic intro, and yeah, the bass is amazing. Lyrics are great, catchy. I don't know what more can you say.
I just want to say, I did say in there that these guys are tight, and I just want to make sure I clear like that they're musically really, really
Tight.
Yeah.
You don't know them personally.
I don't know them personally. It's very awkward. I just want to say a couple of things about this track. Is that I thought Fake Happy was I thought the concept and the song lyrics were really, really cool, right?
Mm-hmm.
I love that it say, hey, if I smile with my teeth, will you believe me? Misery loves company. When someone's down, I know I like people being down around me. I when somebody's overly happy and I'm feeling like shit,
Yeah, it's not.
it's not. Yeah,
It's not
and
fun.
trust me, I've faked happy enough. Your mom's
Yeah.
faked things before, but I've faked happy. I just wanted to say that.
That's disgusting. Let's keep going.
Okay.
Track number 26. Not number 26.
26. Holy shit.
Track number 6. 26.
Man, you really know how to get someone down. After all, wasn't I the one who you said to keep your feet on the ground? Don't let it go for nobody. They say that dreaming is free, but I wouldn't care what it cost me. I'll forget every cynical thing you said. When you gonna hear me out?
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah, this is one of my favorites on the album.
Nice strings too, eh?
Yeah.
Just enough.
I love how it just builds, but not to this big
Grand thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God, do I hear a French horn? That was beautiful. Lyrically, I got it open, but lyrically from what I got out of that is that don't ever lose sight right? Like somebody's putting you down.
Yeah.
Maybe not somebody, maybe the world.
Anything.
Anything's putting you down, but never lose sight of that. The lyrics were so good in that. And they were so open for interpretation for whatever you were going through in life. That's what made it a really special song.
You don't need to be in a, like, it feels like it's written about a relationship, about a person,
Yeah.
but it does not need to be applied that way.
It doesn't have to
really
be.
could be anything.
It literally could be anything. That's what's really, really great about the songwriting on this. 26 is about not losing hope and staying a dreamer. It's a loose conceptual opposite to Paramore's hit single Brick by Boring Brick from Brand New Eyes from 2009, where Haley criticized dreamers with no grounding in reality. As she gotten older, now aged 28, as the album released, she has become the person she sang about. Haley explained this idea of conversing with a younger version of yourself in the band's interview with Zane Lowe. She also stated that in a live acoustic venue that she feels this song is the most transparent about the album. It's one song that its emotions aren't covered by the poppy and dancey melody. So it's her talking to herself. So
Is 26 the age, I'm assuming?
yes, I guess so.
Herself,
Yeah.
maybe?
Yeah.
One of my favorites, one that I return to often because I put it in playlists because it's not intense or upbeat or you know, and I'll put it in like my more depressing playlists with like, you know, more acoustic stuff. So it's one that I actually listen to a lot. Track number 7, Pool.
Interesting. They do get the best drum sounds, hands down.
Yeah.
As if the first cut wasn't deep enough, I dove in again 'cause I'm not into giving up. When you kiss me, you wish we could see what happens next. For a moment, I can forget what happened in my head. You are the way I could never dream if I
I love how Haley can go from
dive back in.
She can go from 0-60 in a single word.
Yeah.
Vocally. Watch.
Didn't thrill enough. I went further out to see what else was left of us. Never found the deep end.
Yeah, just that part there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ocean.
Yeah.
Dive back into. If I survive, I'll dive back in.
Okay, that's why it's called Pool.
You didn't get that off the beginning?
Was that?
That's
Yeah.
Dive back.
No, I got it earlier, but I'm just like,
I thought it took you that long.
no,
to-
I looked at the
to
title
get the
again. I'm like,
reference. Just the production choice on this record, it really is cohesive and, you know, the little twinkly sounds. I don't
yeah,
know
the
what
key, they got the key, the
keys and
really cool
stuff.
key sounds in there and use of strings. That was again like another. She was a little bit muddled. This is the first time I've ever heard her muddled in her vocals, especially in the
Yeah.
pool part
Yeah.
where she went into
She's
I'm
under-
underwater, no air in my lungs. That was sort of right.
Yeah, makes sense with the song title
Yes,
and
exactly.
everything.
So
Yeah.
exactly, that's exactly where I was going.
Track 8, Grudges.
Wow, sounds like the opening of a Disney kids show. Yeah.
Strange how we found ourselves exactly where we left off.
You can see all the kids doing, you know, that montage at the beginning.
In my hand like it is the first time.
It's
Asking why we had to waste so much time. Years go by without us. 'Cause now I feel you by my side. And I don't
Great, I know.
That's
if it's been rough till we cry like we did
great
when
shots
we
there.
were
Yes.
Can't keep holding on to grudges.
Love the lyrics. Love it. It's so important not to do that.
Yeah, this whole album lyrically
Yeah.
is fantastic.
Yeah. Fuck the grudges. Life is so short. Like it's time is a bastard. There's a great pop song with a message.
Yeah,
Like it's straight ahead.
it's a pretty straightforward song.
Yep. A lot of growing up on this album. Could it be that I've changed? You know what? We don't need to hold on to grudges anymore.
Yeah.
You or did you?
Yeah, another highlight, just lyrically. I feel like every track on this record, has a pretty straightforward message, but she's doing it in a way that doesn't come off like cringy.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
for sure. Yeah.
Like she's hitting that perfect balance of like she's not going, like the listener can easily grab onto what she's talking about, but she's not pushing it so far that it's just too on the nose. A perfect example I think of, and like I love the guy and I love a lot of his music, but that Logic 1-800 song.
Yes. Yeah.
Like to me that one is like it's too on the nose.
Yeah.
Like I get the message he's going for.
Yeah.
To me, that's the extreme.
You need to have
and
that.
And then there's artists that, have it where you have to fucking read it or listen to it 14 times and go through Genius and go through a Reddit thread and find out the message.
Yeah, yeah.
I feel like she's kind of struck this perfect balance of those two.
And I like that she said time is a bastard, because it truly is. And I have a friend that I haven't talked to in many, many years. We reconnected recently. I don't know. He was my BFF growing up. We had something that I don't even know what we fucking fought over. It was so stupid. And then we didn't talk for like 20 years.
Or something like that, yeah.
It was like 20 years until we reconnected on Facebook. It was a grinder. Facebook. And then we were chatting, and then there was like, we didn't get into it. Like, why didn't we talk to each other? Because it was something really...
Just let it go.
Just let it go and let go of the grudge. Yeah. And you know what? I wish I would have... He was so close, and I wish I would have just... been the bigger person and just went over there, because you're both button heads.
Yeah,
and you're going, I'm not giving it. But you know what? There's been a couple.
Somebody's got to be the one to step up.
And Haley's doing that on this album. You can feel it. What you said is that she's growing up on this album,
especially with a track like 26 as well. Kind of growing up, realizing, maybe I was being a little too judgmental of these people that are dreaming because I've become the person that I was criticizing.
Exactly.
Track number 9. Caught in the Middle.
Yeah.
This was my favorite for a while on here, so just giving you a little bit of Connor lore.
I can't think of getting old. It only makes me want to die. 'Cause it just makes me want to cry, cry, cry. I'm just a little bit caught in the middle.
Yeah.
Try to keep going, but it's not that simple.
Love that ska thing going here.
Gotta keep going or they'll call me a quitter.
It's great. Another learning one, man.
Yeah.
Can see the forest through the trees behind the lids of my own eyes.
Great line.
I'm just a little bit caught in the middle.
Great chorus, Connor.
That's what drew me to it.
But it's not that simple.
Oh. Hey. This is before McGee.
Yeah.
Listen to the sound.
Similar.
Great. Whoa.
You thought it was over?
I thought I was done. That's like getting a fucking extra couple McNuggets in your box.
Yeah.
Great song.
You see why it was my favorite for a while?
That's got to be my favorite chorus on this album.
Yeah,
it's just so infectious.
It's so catchy. That's why after first listen, I was like, that was my favorite. That's the one I went to. As I listened to the album more, I gravitated towards other ones, so it's not my favorite anymore.
I will say at this moment right now, this trumps my This Is Why.
Oh yeah,
I love This Is Why.
They do feel like I said, brother sister albums before, but like they kind of do have similar themes, I would say, like in terms of like just maturity and growing. It's essentially After Laughter, but post COVID. So it's a little darker.
Yeah,
it's not as bright. But it's still got those messages of like time passing and
for sure,
finding yourself. Track number 10, Idol Worship.
Standing here like I'm supposed to say something. Don't hold your breath. I never said I'd save you, honey. We all need heroes, don't we? But rest assured, there's not a single person here who's worthy. Don't let me let you down. Hey, baby, I'm not. Now I got you hoping that I'm gonna be the one to let you down.
Their bass sounds so good.
Yeah.
You keep putting me on. La 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 la.
I like Lala's. Boop, boop, boop.
Doesn't look like they want me. La 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 la.
Okay, we got Christmas bells in there,
bells,
eh?
yeah.
Hey baby, I'm not your superhuman. Be the one to let you down.
Wow, that had the most energy on this.
Yeah, that one lyrically, you know, it's another kind of maturing song because I think it's, at least from how I interpret it, it's like Haley kind of talking just to, I mean, it could be her talking to a friend or person, but it also could be like talking to people that listen to the band.
Yeah.
You know, because they'll worship her and, you know, treat her.
And she's just
regular person. Like, I was aiming to try to get a life like you, and now I realize that your life is flawed.
Yeah.
So what am I aiming for
now?
Yeah. So I think just worshiping people in general is not a great idea because everyone's human and everyone struggles. Even people that seem to have all their shit together, you don't know behind.
You
the
don't know
scenes.
the behind the scenes. I've learned a lot of things in my 71 years. Is that the grass is not always greener on the other side, and I always thought the grass was greener on the other side. That was one thing that they got it better than us. They got those people have that. This blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And I learned that when you get to know the real story, it's not that way at all. And that's one thing I can always say to people is like you might put yourself down and think that things are better somewhere else, but they're not necessarily. You know, it's.
Well, I remember when I had learned that lesson for the first time. I was, you know, you look at our grass, and it's got the dog rips it apart and stuff when we're playing soccer or hockey, throwing hockey pucks at her and she's catching them, and it's all messed up. And I'm like, our grass fucking sucks. But I went and looked over at the neighbor's yard and they got just concrete.
Yes.
So I was like, hey, I guess our grass is technically greener. Track 11, No Friend. It's like an instrumental spoken piece thing. You'll see what I mean.
Okay. I thought it was going to be slow.
No.
Yeah. Was he talking?
Yeah, just talking in the background.
Oh, okay, it's true.
Yeah. That's why I said it's more of like an instrumental kind of interlude thing. Yeah, I don't think I've ever looked at the lyrics for this song. I've always just kind of grooved to it. So the drumming is just like,
It's great, yeah.
I love it.
I could tell you a little bit about this here. It's Aaron Weiss of Me Without You. He's the guy doing inaudible spoken word verse about the poetry of the band's turbulent history.
Ah, interesting. Is that why they referenced Riot? He said Riot earlier, which is one of their albums.
Yeah, probably, yeah. And then No Friend is Paramore's first song not to feature Haley Williams as the main vocalist.
Ah, interesting.
If nothing comes of it, and just know we are grateful.
I've always kind of looked at it as an instrumental. I've never sat down with the lyrics, but you telling me a little bit about it
Yeah.
does make me curious. Who did the poetry? Who's spoken word?
The poet was, he was from a band. Aaron Weiss of Men Without You.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll go to the final track, which is titled Tell Me How.
I can't call you a stranger, but I can't call you. Tell me how to feel about you now. Tell me how to feel about you now. Oh, let me know.
Her voice is
I'm tired
beautiful.
of getting over it. And just starting something new again. Oh, let me know.
Beautiful space in this.
Yeah, I really like this as a closer.
Of all the weapons you fight with, your silence is the most violent.
Great line.
I know those 4 lines.
Yeah.
they're like,
Tell me how to feel about you now. Tell me how
I love
to
that.
feel about you now.
little plucking.
Yeah, the picking in there, it's Little touches, eh? He's got he's got a dry muted crash.
Yeah.
You know the dry muted crash is matching the muted picking,
Yes.
and they're doing this nice thing together. Oh, listen to the ring off of it. That was a great album. We're done, right?
Yeah, that's the end of the
Wow.
album there. So yeah, really introspective, very personal. I feel like you really get to know a little bit about Haley and about the past of the band and just the troubles. And I mean, they've been a band for years,
Yeah.
up to this point. So it's kind of like, I don't know, it feels like a celebration, but also kind of getting over some things. Like you think of a song like Grudges and stuff.
Yes.
And the spoken word interlude before the closer. Yeah, a lot to digest.
Hearing Haley's voice just with piano though is really, really a treat, because when she goes soft, like I said, she can go 0 to 60 on a single word,
Yeah.
and she could dip up in a syllable and hit this place. But hearing her just be a really, really good singer and a non-tempo, non-high tempo song, just with piano, is a real treat to the ears. Like, she is the real deal singer. Like,
I had a good time today. You
I had
seem to have fun.
man, Haley's just Haley Williams is Haley
And the
Williams.
band.
And the band.
Yeah, it's not Haley Williams and Paramore. It is Paramore.
It is Paramore.
So it's
Yeah.
not- I know you're not trying to do that, but
Yeah.
I think you just, both of us don't know their names.
Yes. A deep apologies.
Let me look it up. Taylor York, Josh Farro, Zac Farro.
Brothers.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it's showing me a bunch of members. I'm assuming like there's been kind
Some
of
ebb
people
and flow
that,
with it,
ebb
yeah,
and
yeah.
flow. So let me just look at Wikipedia. Let me look at current members. There's 3 right now.
Yeah.
Haley Williams, Zac Farro, and Taylor York.
Okay.
Shout out to all the band, not just Haley Williams. Hope you guys had fun.
Yes,
Hope you
did.
had a good time. If you want to see another reaction to Paramore, we have This Is Why on the channel from right when it came out.
Yes.
And probably some more Paramore in the future, because they're a band that we both like, and we can explore their discography
Yes.
a little more. Hope you guys enjoyed. Take care, much love, and peace.